I'm on the trip of a lifetime, traveling along the roof of the world. From Lhasa, capital of Xizang Autonomous Region, to Shigatse, gateway of the Himalayas, to Shannan, birthplace of Tibetan culture, and finally Ningqi, Xizang's secret garden. What a commanding presence, eh? From snow-capped mountains and sacred sites to the legacy of a princess who bridged cultures and lifestyles old and new. Let's uncover the heart of this extraordinary land. This is China Untapped, Xizang. You know, eons ago, when tectonic plate movements created the Himalayas, they also produced some 1,000 lakes here in Xizang, which means that if you wanted to visit one lake a day, it'd take you 3 years to see all of Xizang's lakes. But if you had to choose just one, I would recommend Yamdrok Lake. It's one of Xizang's 3 sacred lakes, and it's so huge that it's roughly the size of Toronto, but because of the way it's shaped like a coral, there's no way to see the entirety of the lake unless you can fly. I'm on my way to a paragliding camp that is under construction, which means that hopefully in the future tourists will be able to get an aerial view over Lake Yamdrok. I'll see if it's possible to do that today.您这是准备起飞了？
对啊，
真的？
对。
哇，那他们现在是要收他们的单人模式吗？
他们要试的，上山去试一下。
哦
啊，
每天都要试一下。
对。然后手拎，脚提。
哦，这个很优雅。
你试一下。
试一下。
对，对。
Easy，
非常好。其实飞之前的心态跟风有关系啊。如果就是感觉风非常好，就心情也会很美丽一点。
没有就是等不到风就今天就
有
也有。
对，会有遗憾的嘛。
那怎么办？那就遗憾吧。
对。
Here we go， 出发了。所以这次要是能飞的话，是您第几次飞羊卓湖啊？
这个我有点记不清了。
所以飞在天上是个什么样的感觉？你会感觉到自己像是
像只鹰一样，在气流里越转，越来越高，越来越高。好，准备开始！
啦！端反了。
你不到这里看不到这样的风景，是不是？你在那里看到是一个风景，到这里看到又另一种风景。
我感觉这个风大的，真的，我刚才胳膊一打开，很快就给我往前推。对，对。估计今天等这个风没劲了。
在这里高海拔小气候，说不定来一块大乌云就给你下一场雨。
Paragliding demands patience, and today was not my day. Too little wind and you can't take off, but too much and you risk losing control. The weather conditions have to be absolutely right, and that happens just 30% of the time. Only a lucky few get to soar above Yamdrok Lake.
这里看羊湖是不是有一番波涛汹涌的大海的感觉？
非常有。而且前面看的那个白浪，就感觉像应该有很多鱼在跳来跳去。
对。
还有这个光一打过来，
只有今天大风的时候才有这种场景。就是预测就是在山的那边是在下雨啊，所以那边有点发灰。
对。
它有1个、2个、3个，到这里4个村子都有。
那他们在这儿都主要是靠什么呀？
他们那边也有农田嘛，你看现在
对，那的确是有农田，
就是光照到的地方都可以看到的。
对。哦，种地了。
对，
种地
放牧，后面的山上放牧，前面的农田就是种田了。
哎呀，真是一个小世界。It's an interesting dichotomy standing up here. I can see how absolutely gigantic Yamdrok Lake is, but at the same time, it also feels like I could just reach out my hand and grab it. I guess it's because the distance up here creates clarity. I can see all the way to the mountain ranges in the back. And looking down at the waves on the lake, I feel like the stresses and worries that we have in daily life, they're not really important, are they? When you just look at that, you can feel all of the worries emptying away. I can see why this is one of Xizang's 3 sacred lakes. There's something to it. Yeah. 这个员工餐很丰盛啊！哎呀，很幸运，哎呀，谢谢，很幸运今天跟你们能吃在一起。休息时候看看天，看看云彩，然后就心里的那些，那个烦恼都没了，是吧？
要不邀请你在这儿，到时候青稞绿了，或者在等青稞黄的时候，更漂亮。
哎呀，可以，那说明这边还是很有魅力的。You know, when I set out for Xizang, it was summertime, but here nearby Yamdrok Lake, it feels like we've gone back to spring, because you can see over there people planting highland barley, which is a staple crop here, without which life would be much harder on the Alpine Plateau. So I heard from the locals that this little lake here is called Yamdrok Lake's ear, and it's because the rainy season hasn't arrived yet. When the rainy season does arrive, this entire area becomes flooded and the lake becomes one. So I'm actually really lucky to come before the rainy season and see this site. Oh. 这是您的羊了？
对。
哦，哎呀，太美了这儿！我是刚才在上面看到这个湖，实在太美了，没有见过。早上几点起来放羊
10点干着。10点。
10点，那很晚了。那10点起来，在家里吃完饭，
对，
然后过来放羊，上山上去了。
这样去。
哎呦，那你们也得到上去啊？
对。
啊，多累。
看一下，你们看一下，好看一下，
包住了，
好看一下。
哦，这个我看。
To pass the time, the shepherds are showing off their skills with a sling.
这个进湖里了。
A sling is useful when it comes to driving away wolves, But out here on the grassland, they hold regular contests to see who can sling a stone the farthest and most accurately.
感觉总是在打自己。
这样嘛。
1、2、3，哇，哈哈，可以，2比0，2比0。Wow, it was so much fun meeting them today. Did not expect to find such a beautifully tranquil lake within the lake, and also to meet with the shepherds too.
That was a fun detour. And if it wasn't for this mountain road, I wouldn't have seen the lake. Here in Xizang, I can't take my eyes off the view through the window.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that such a beautiful body of water? But it's not Yamdrok Lake, it's our old friend, the Yarlung Zangbo. But here everything is so calm and pleasant and warm. It's practically t-shirt weather. So maybe that's why under these favorable conditions that many of Tibetan culture's firsts were born in this river valley. Oh, gotta check this out. It's Tibetan opera. So I'm guessing here they're probably yak herders. The gentleman over there, he's got a butter churn, and the lady behind, she's got a bucket probably for yak milk. I'm assuming the story begins with this family of herders.
There's something primal about their singing and dancing, almost as if they're entering into some kind of divine communication.
Like it's a 1、2、3 just delay! So this is the abridged story of Tanong Gebor, the founder of Tibetan opera. So centuries ago, when people wanted to cross the Yarlung Zangbo River, they did so by boat, but it was very dangerous and there were often casualties. So Tanong Gebor couldn't bear the sight of seeing more people drowning, and he decided to build bridges. And so he put together a bunch of people, went from village to village, raising funds, and he did so by performing Tibetan opera. And that's how this art craft was born.
Tibetan opera is performed across Xizang, but the village I've come to is said to be the place where it all started.
Well, you see, here in Tashi Choden village, the Tibetan opera mask is yellow, and that's supposed to represent the fact that Tanong Gebor, when he was building bridges, he was doing so under the sun, and he became so heavily tanned that his skin turned a very dark yellow. But it's really interesting because throughout Xizang there are many different kinds of Tibetan opera, and you'll see other different colored masks as well. So every village has a slightly different version.
There are many different stories in Tibetan opera. The one that the village troupe is rehearsing is about Thangtung Gyalpo himself. Every move and prop has a meaning, and every day, over 1,000 tourists visit this village to watch this UNESCO-listed intangible cultural heritage.
那咱们藏戏里边会有关于收割的一些那个情节吗？
有，按我们拔草、割草、割青稞的都有那个它的唱腔和唱法都有。
好多时候都是咱们民间见到的一些事情都会融入在藏戏里。
对。
怎么手里是这样的是吗？
手里这样拿着，然后脚和同手同脚就这样，然后就这样，同手同脚。
哦。
我们藏戏主要是 你学会了同手同脚就会了，又要走3步，然后这个脚已经来了力气以后，一直转这个。
Thanks to Tibetan opera and cultural tourism, this village is thriving. Awang is keen to show me around.
主要是曲建龙上的一个藏戏。
对，我看咱们所有的单子上都是，也是咱们的黄面具啊。哪个是你家？
这个79号。
哦，哎呀，大房子。
没有没有，先喝个茶，
哎，
提个神吧。
啊，
谢谢。正主业是这个藏戏嘛，现在副业是弹卡。这边师傅好期待让我学藏戏，那边好期待让我学弹卡。
可惜没有2个你。
对，现在我2边为难当中。
为什么挂了这么多刀啊？
这些刀大部分都是我们藏戏用的。打仗了。
每天晚上7点半你要表演？
对。
那今天也要？
今天有100多旅游嘛。
I saw them rehearsing, but their performance is something else. It's as if the people I'd met before have been transformed. Now they're the voices of a story that's hundreds of years old. There's Awang. I almost didn't recognize him.
Voice. I did not realize that. Not just a great dancer, but an amazing singer too.
If all this singing and dancing's got you in the mood, then you'll love the bonfire party. Time to put what I've learned to the test.
I like my country lanes. So aside from Tibetan opera, there's all sorts of cultural heritages to be found here in the Yarlung Zangbo Valley. For example, you see that small building over there, that's known as the Yumbulagang, which was founded about 2,000 years ago, and it's widely believed that that was the first palace here in Xizang.
Maybe it's thanks to the favourable conditions in the Yarlung Zangbo Valley that here in Shannan you can find so many Tibetan cultural firsts. They include one of Shannan's most important Tibetan Buddhist temples.
Here we are. This is Tradruk Temple, which supposedly has the earliest temple hall in all of Xizang, and inside we'll also find traces of Princess Wencheng.
I've come on an auspicious day, and the courtyard is packed with devotees. Everyone's busy spinning prayer wheels and chanting or counting rosaries, all as a way of accumulating wealth. It's a lively atmosphere, and the temple's handing out free food, so it's almost as if we're having a big picnic.
Oh, 太好吃了. Oh, this is absolutely delicious. It's sweet rice with
probably some yak butter inside, raisins, and silverweed root. Oh, so good. Oh, yeah. 谢谢，多谢。Oh, it's so good. I don't mind getting like 5 bags of these. I'm just gonna eat this all day. Oh, and best of all, it's free.
Princess Wencheng, very noticeable in a Tang dynasty robe. The craftsmanship is fantastic here. It might just look like an old stove to you, but apparently this was a stove that was used by Princess Wencheng when she was here. And because she made so many contributions to Xizang, the objects that she used and she herself became deified, and now these are enshrined here as objects of worship.
I've come here in search of an elusive creature. In Chinese, its name is the Malu, which literally means horse deer. It's a special kind of Tibetan elk that's native to this region, and I've arranged to meet with a forest ranger in hopes of catching a glimpse of it. 你好，多看啥？今天能见到马路吗？
能，没问题。
那就平时都会在山上是吧？
对。
Oh, very excited. See you up there. It's a pretty difficult road to drive along though. Oh, just about wide enough for one motorbike. No elk in sight yet, but definitely we'll be a little bit sore after this ride.
The ranger's mission is to protect the wildlife and flora in this nature reserve. An important part of that mission is to protect the Tibetan red deer, a rare species of elk. Today, I'm joining them on a patrol, which involves trekking dozens of kilometers at an elevation of over 4,000 meters above sea level. It's tough work.
A little bit of knowledge for you all at home. These little purple flowers, they're called Bao in Chinese, which kind of means that they're heralds of spring. And you know, up here we're quite close to the snow-capped mountains, so the weather is definitely colder. Spring comes a bit later, but it's also a critical time for the elk because that's when they're changing their antlers. Oh.
A stag's antlers are a vital weapon in the battle for a mate. Each winter, a stag sheds his old antlers, leaving him most vulnerable in spring, when the new antlers are still soft and growing.
这是那马路的换法。
哦，这个。
对。
哦。这个其实就跟羊粪差不多嘛，就大一点。
大一点。
哇，这个上面都是刺啊！
对，
好多刺啊！
好多刺，特别喜欢吃这个。
Gonna move it out the way. Oh, they better have really thick mouths to get through all those thorns. Oh.
Though we haven't spotted any Tibetan red deer, these clues are leading us closer to them.
没看到马路啊。
马路有，下面有。虽然这个季节，纯真是美好的季节嘛。
啊。反正能看出来它老，因为牙齿都快没了。
对哦。
但不知道是几岁，多大岁。
我应该对，还是先把它长起来。
它活的时候得多大？
大的
2米、5米、
2米差不多。
2米差不多，2米长。 然后高得多高啊？
高差不多跟马差不多。
跟马一样高。那它得有，那得有150公斤左右那样子。
Though this Tibetan red deer likely died of old age, after carefully recording its details, the rangers decide to bury the carcass. It's just a precaution in case it died from disease. This prevents the possibility of disease spreading to other wildlife in the valley.
真的会遇到那些野兽吗？熊也好，雪豹也好，狼吗？
经常遇到，那上次他巡山的时候碰到他。
熊什么呀？
狗熊。
狗熊。
嗯。
然后呢？
这只能跑呀。
跑吗？
只能跑。
Though their job has its dangers, I can't help noticing how free and happy the rangers seem. Perhaps that's what happens when you get to call all this nature home.
There's so many of them. There they are. Oh, it's a little family. Can't believe they're so close. Just right there, grazing off the shrubs. I mean, I totally can see why they're called horse deers in Chinese. They almost look like donkeys or mules, long faces, big bodies. And now they're almost like a common sighting by the roadside. It just goes to show that the forest rangers have been doing their job well, and that this entire protection scheme has really given birth to good results. That's job satisfaction for you, isn't it? Just to see them right there.
You know what they say, when in Shannan, do as the locals do. In all seriousness though, millions of years ago, when tectonic collisions raised the Earth's crust and created this alpine plateau and produced the thin air and cold climate we're used to here, it also created lots of hot springs, and in this little village, surrounded by the snow-capped mountains, there are 7 hot springs, which tourists come to every day to soak in, so it's created this nice little hot spring economy here.
Oh, that's the stuff. Oh, my feet are so comfy right now. Snow cap in the distance, open air hot spring. What else could you want? Oh, you know that saying? That Xizang is heaven for the eyes, hell for the body, but I recommend that anybody who goes by that saying to come here, have a nice soak. Oh, I feel my body expanding. Even my hand feels a bit better. Oh.